with the Philadelphia Eagles destroying the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22 in Super Bowl 59, and it wasn't even that close. The Eagles defense made life a living hell for Patrick Mahomes, easily the worst performance in his pro career. But was this the worst performance for a quarterback in Super Bowl history? Even though Craig Morton's first pass of the game was a good one to Haven Moses for 21 yards, an incomplete pass and a Cowboys sack took Denver out of possible field goal range. The second drive of the game, however, is where things really started to turn bad for Craig Morton. Throwing his first interception of the game to co-MVP Randy Hughes, which set up a Tony Dorsett touchdown to open the scoring. And it got worse for Morton. His very next pass was once again intercepted, this time by Aaron Kyle of the Cowboys. This time resulting in only a field goal and a 10-0 lead for the Cowboys. And the next drive, and pretty much the whole game, was Denver's offensive line being out to lunch with a classic 3-and-out. Well, like Craig Morton, Mahomes started the game with a first down pass, but then the rest of the drive fizzled out after that. But then in the second drive of the game, and this was kind of the theme for this game, was a bunch of short passes that went nowhere. Morton's day continued to get bad, as his very next pass was a deep shot down the middle that was intercepted by Benny Barnes, Morton's third interception of the half. The next couple of drives wasn't Craig Morton's fault. He did complete passes, one to Jack Dolbin, but that was fumbled, and Dallas missed its second straight field goal. And Morton completed another pass, this time to Riley Owens, and he fumbled, and Dallas fumbled it right back. But while trying to get points before the first half ended, Craig Morton throws a horrible pass intercepted by Mark Washington. For Mahomes, his second quarter wasn't that much better. In fact, it was probably worse. More short passes and another 3-and-out. Is this the Steelers playing? And then what I call the nightmare 3-and-out happened for Mahomes. Got sacked twice, and then his next pass was a pick six. Happy birthday, Cooper DeJean. And the next drive, Mahomes didn't even get a pass off. He got sacked by Milton Williams for their fourth straight 3-and-out, trying to get points before Kendrick Lamar hit the stage. Instead, Mahomes' next pass was snared by Zach Bond, followed by A.J. Brown's touchdown that put Philly up 24-0 at half. And a holding call to start the next drive basically hindered the Chiefs into another 3-and-out. Denver was finally able to find the scoreboard in the third quarter, but that was due to a Dallas penalty in Denver's run game. Craig Morton, however, went 0 for 3 on that said drive. And on a drive where Denver only trailed by 10 and had some momentum, Craig Morton would find the ceiling, a 3-and-out, sacked by the other co-MVP, Harvey Martin. And finally, Craig Morton's final pass was nearly intercepted by Too Tall Jones. Had Jones intercepted it, it might have resulted in a pick six. And with that, Broncos coach Red Miller benched Craig Morton and put in Norris Weiss, who would lead the Broncos downfield for their only touchdown of the night. Mahomes' third quarter started with finally recording a first down, only to be running for his life yet again, getting sacked 2 more times. Damn, Philly's defense was good that day. And finally, while trying to muster any kind of momentum or any kind of points, Mahomes would only make it to midfield, getting stopped on fourth down. The Eagles immediately went for the kill after that fourth down stop, and Jalen Hurts would drop a bomb to Devontae Smith to put the Eagles up 34-0. And this is where I'll halt Mahomes' stat line, because as far as I'm concerned, this is where the game ended. Mahomes' 200 yards and 3 touchdowns after this moment is empty calories to me. Let's take a look at the final stat lines from when either the game ended or when the quarterback was pulled. Craig Morton, 4 for 15, 39 yards, 4 interceptions, sacked twice. Effing woof. Now for Mahomes' stat line before all the garbage time scores. 9 for 16, only 61 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, including the pick six, and sacked a whopping 5 times by the Philly defense. Ouch. So of these two, which performance do I find the worst? I was hearing people say Mahomes' performance was the worst in Super Bowl history, And both offensive lines were terrible in their respective games, and both defenses were awesome in their respective games, so that cancels out. I don't think Mahomes' performance was the worst ever. Top 5, maybe. But I 100% think Craig Morton's performance is the worst in Super Bowl history. Sorry, Denver fans. But when you complete as many passes to your team as you did the other team, and your passer rating is as big as my passer rating, there's my verdict. But what do you guys think? Think it was Mahomes? Do you agree with me and think it's Craig Morton? Or do you have somebody else in mind? Like these three right here. Debate responsibly.